masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Yo, welcome back. It's Master Flash. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are well. It's another wet setup video. We're at Silverstone. Let's go. So, 5 red lights. You guys know the drill by now. Charles Leclerc in a Ferrari. Ooh, bit loosey-goosey on the start. Gotta take it easy, not to run into your old teammate there. Oh, this is going to be a send. Please don't try that in a league race. That's going to send you straight to the steward's room. Especially in a league race. Like I said, it's lap 1. The AI are absolutely rapid. Not worried about them. As I've gone massively wide through Luffield, is it? I'm absolutely useless with corner names, but that's okay. Cops, famous for the Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen crash. And this is why you'll see in the setup later on, sometimes high downforce is your friend, especially in tricky conditions. Sometimes you can obviously overcook it on the downforce, but then you need to make that into your own advantage. It's a very tricky part of the circuit in the wet. Grip is pretty awful.
Okay to use your overtake button.
Obviously the AI now, they have used all their ERS. They tend to dump it on the opening lap, on their in lap when they're about to box, and then the final lap. I'll start dumping mine now, try and catch up. Some of the curbs are extremely slippery. But we should be on the back of Perez very shortly. It's often always difficult as well to overtake in the wet, simply because we don't have the assistance of DRS. Cops is pretty much flat out, especially with the high wings. You'll see at the end in the setup, but you can see just on how slow the AI are going through Markets and Beckett's. Should be on them, but at the end of the next lap, or might go for a cheeky send into the chicane. The only problem is as well with a high downforce setup. Oh, what's the send? What was he saying? Oh yeah, but the downforce, high downforce setups. Unfortunately, ERS doesn't recharge as quick.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
As if you was on low downforce. The AI goes so slow through the corners, but then gets to a straight line and they absolutely take off. Look how slow Piastri is. Gonna try and, if he goes wide, yeah. I thought as much. That's the thing about running against AI. They tend to drift wide in, like I said, I think it's Luffield, and you can sneak up the inside. Went a little bit too hot into Cops. But I am hunting down Verstappen. I should get him very soon. Remember, when I do these setup videos, I drop the AI level to 100 just so I can show you guys what the setup is like. The result really doesn't matter. It's just about how the setup works, how the setup handles, and yeah. Quick check of the tyre temps. They're a little on the high side, but I'd rather them be on the high side than be far too low and provide no grip. So the main thing is about wet racing is you really gotta have your wits about you, especially when racing humans, because it's AI are predictable. Humans are very unpredictable, and yeah, we just have to be so careful. Get him down the main straight, and then hopefully then I'll have enough left to keep him at bay, because obviously lap 5 is fast approaching. Turn on the ERS. Where's he going? I'll go this way then. I'll go around the long way. Keep that 30% just to hold him off. I said this is probably the hardest part of the entire circuit, especially on no assists, because
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.5 seconds.
grip is always a factor. Like I said, I am looking to go no line as well very soon. I have been practicing throughout this game, and currently I'm about 2.5 seconds slower than where I currently am. I have been trying. No line is an all new, different kettle of fish. It really is. But yeah, this has been the Silverstone setup. Hope it helped you guys, I really do. Absolutely love Silverstone. Silverstone's my home circuit. Obviously being based in Wales, UK. Just going to dump all this battery. Pretty safe from Verstappen anyway. But as I said before many times, it's not about the result. It's about showing you guys what the setup is like. Remember to do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Massively appreciate all of you guys. This has been Silverstone. Setup is next. Take care.
So another excellent win from Ferrari. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So this is what I've gone with for the Britain setup. Obviously, you know, it's pretty similar to the actual dry setup itself, minus the wings and a few changes to the suspension and whatnot. But I've gone with 31 on the front, gone with 26 on the rear. Yes, you have to be careful at cops, you have to be careful through maggots and backets. Obviously, it's in the wet, so you just need to take it easy. Onto the transmission, I've gone with 50% on diff, 52% off diff. Obviously, the higher you go on the off diff, it does help with rear wheel locking. However, if you go too high, you will have a very unstable car. Yeah. Onto the suspension geometry. Again, like before, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's right, left, left. Yes, you can play around with the front toe. You can play around with the rear toe. Rear toe sometimes gives you better tyre wear, but it does increase tyre temperatures. And yeah, like I said before, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Onto the suspension then. Front suspension of 34, rear suspension of 10, front anti-roll bar of 10, rear anti-roll bar of 5. On the dry setup, I think the anti-roll bars are reversed, so like I said, there's a few minor changes but not many. Onto the front ride height is 32, onto the rear ride height of 36. I think it's 32, 34 on the dry setup as well. Onto the brakes, going with 100% on brake pressure, gone with 56% front brake bias. I know the pros and a lot faster guys than me are down at somewhere around about 53. Like I said, I need 56 because I keep locking the rears, and in the wet that you can do that more. Like I said, the only differences between dry and wet, if they're not obvious, is lack of grip and braking distances lengthen. So you need to be mindful of that if you didn't know the differences. And yeah. Onto the tyres then, I've kept these tyre pressures exactly the same. Simple reason being, you need as much heat in the tyres as possible. There's no way you want to be heading through maggots and beckets with cold tyres. Not that it'll happen anyway, because of cops is a corner or two before. But this has been the Silverstone setup, wet setup. Hope it helps. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are well. Remember to do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Peace.